of wooden houses. I remember that we went to Boston for a trip when I was a teenager, and we had passed a wooden house on a hilltop that was over 200 years old. And this was, of course, built by the first Americans, and it was still standing. And it was similar to what we're seeing here. This is a modern wooden house. It was, at that time, that house was also built on a foundation of stone and logs and maintained nicely, of course. And it was amazing to see that that wooden house, it was huge as well, was still standing very majestically, very well maintained. And if you also go to Williamsburg, Virginia, for example, you'll see a whole town there. It's a tourist destination, Williamsburg, Old Williamsburg, where they have houses that are, of course, wooden homes, very well maintained from about 200 years ago. Amazing. But they're also very healthy. If we remember what the first Americans, the early Americans, used to do, they used to help each other throughout North America to build their homes. It would be a community thing. The materials would be made ready, and it would be a feast. The women would prepare the meals, the children would be playing around, and the men would be building the home, the barn, whatever, and at the end of the day, they would have them finished, and they would all have a celebration with meals and dancing. It was a wonderful community thing, helping each other build their homes and barns. Now, when we're trying to change the way we live, changing the house we live in could be an interesting situation. We're searching for big concrete structures, but we never consider building or buying a wooden house. We also know that at the beginning of the century, 1900s, people used to buy kit homes. They would buy the kit homes with everything ready, and they would build their own wooden homes. And of course, some of them are still very well maintained, standing today. Named in French as maison en bois, a wooden house, the wooden houses have a lot of benefit, and let's look at some here. One of the possibilities we have to think about when buying a wooden house is that this kind of houses are built to last, and they're built very fast. Wood is easier to handle and to be converted into pieces that are also easier to match so that they will fit together nicely. For example, in the case of a log cabin or log home, very easy to put it together. In French, it's called maison en bois. It looks exactly the same way we want it, or exactly like the house looks in the project stage. And when you think about it, the fact that the concrete house don't leave too much room for changes or improvements, if they do, the entire process is a little bit harder to be carried out over time. And it costs a lot of money, of course. In case of a concrete structure, it will be a lot bigger than the case of a wooden house. Another benefit of a wooden home is that it always smells nice. It's always a temperature that doesn't really, in the winter, doesn't fall below, let's say, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. You can always have a wonderful stone or brick chimney at the end of the house and have a wonderful emanation of warmth throughout the house. Now, the temperature that you'll feel during all seasons, you don't have to worry about the warm inside the house during the winter time. Wooden houses benefit from a whole range of products that can make the house easier to maintain and desirable to live in. It looks fantastic, obviously. Wood and stone and brick. It's a wonderful combination. You can isolate the house, paint it in different colors, and know that the wood works better with paints than it does with concrete, for example. You can also protect your house from the fire with fireproofing products, so you can live peacefully in your pretty wooden home. Another thing is that it's beautiful to see. It's eco-friendly, healthier to live in. Wood is a natural element and environmentally friendly, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Wood also reacts better to temperature changes. It's an insulator. So it's known that a wood house is cooler in the summer and it keeps the warmth in the winter. The natural color of wood is very positive, an influence on mood, and the wood can influence also the health and the well-being, and that wood breathes better and this way does not allow the allergens to find a shelter in your home. It's a natural product. So you can also buy, as we said, kit homes, and the internet is full of offers like that. You have to look at it closely if you want one. Try it out on your lot, in your land somewhere. If you have something upstate and want to put something up fast, it's fantastic. I'll leave a link below for you for this on Michael's Insco, and you can see a little short video on this.